pass, 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 pass.
It's
Pass.
8. This is 9, right? This is actually really, really hard for me to play. So we're going to have to just go like random. But that's fine because this is what it's like when you do handicap 9. This is kind of what you're meant to do. You really, really have to test whether they know actually how to play this or not. Because if you don't, you're not going to win against a handicap 9. It's not really possible. It is basic iterations that that you're kind of depending on them not knowing how to do for this. Wait, what's going on this move? I'm just gonna connect on this. So I gotta set this up first. I know it's a little bit annoying. First, I forgot to do some of the setup work. So I have to set this up. I'm already playing a game, by the way, if you guys are watching. Let me go to just 11:35 p.m. here. There we go. We'll just do this. You should just play E17 here. Let me move. Where's the studio thing? Let me just pop out this chat so I can see people. Okay, I need to get rid of that and this. All right, that's actually pretty good for black because he actually got the influence. But one of the things that you depend on as a white player in a handicap 9 game is he doesn't know how to use the influence. So if he knows how to use the influence, you're not going to win. It's pretty simple concept. If the person you're giving 9 stones to knows how to use influence, you're generally not going to win. Hey guys. There's problems in here, by the ways. There's a lot of problems in there, actually. But we'll discuss that later. Actually, I can't do this either. But we'll just do this anyways to see how it turns out. In a more handicap type of game, you in this kind of game, you definitely want make sure this is okay. You definitely want. Hell, I forgot what I was going to say again. It's pretty bad. That's really bad for him. Yep, like I said, there's a problem there. I don't think it's too bad right now. That's not the way to play it, though. That just doesn't make any sense. There are problems here. There's a lot of problems. Well, there was a lot of problems there. There's no problem there now, but this is still in danger. Obviously, I don't have 2 eyes here, but I can just go with this for right now. you would want to play R4 instead, generally. This stone might look big, but it's not, and he can't separate it anyways. Mission accomplished. We have to come out here now to make sure that this is going to be alive. There's only one eye here. Let's not forget that. This is generally not a good move. It's just trying to destroy some points down here. And I'm obviously just doing this because I don't think he can actually take advantage of this, because there's no eye shape if you do that. That's not a good move. That doesn't really serve any purpose. You could do this without doing this. There's no points down here, very few, so this group isn't really under threat, so this stone isn't really worth it right now. You need to solidify the points that... You need to, like, solidify more points. That's not good. I could back out here and try to surround this, but I'm going to take the 2. He really should not be doing this. He can kill this one stone. Okay, now he can't, but he could kill that one stone. But this is much more pertinent, just like... This is just way more pertinent. I think he's trying to connect everything right now. Not really sure what the purpose of that is, but like these are good moves. Like you can play T7 without playing S5. And I think you're trying too hard to make this group alive. Because this group's already out here, I really can't kill it anyways. Okay, I don't have to answer that because that's really only worth 5 or 6 points. Like, Haneing this corner is just going to be much bigger. If he takes this, I can just take it back. It's not a big deal. And that's just like another free move for me. Although he could have played, actually, you know, here, he could have played T3 first, I believe. And then forced me to fight this Ko, but now I can just take this. See, like, he gets a couple of stones here, but he gave up the entire corner for me to do that, so it's definitely not worth it. You would definitely play E2 instead of this. Like, I mean, what he's doing is he's sprinkling moves all around, but his moves aren't actually worth a lot of points. Is the problem. This is a handicap 9 game, by the way, if you guys are wondering. Like, what he's actually doing is he's sprinkling a lot of he's playing a lot of moves, but they don't gain him any points, so they don't have too much of a purpose. When you're playing Go, you do have to ask yourself why you're playing every stone. I'm from the United States. I'm in Wisconsin. I also need to add a licensed copyright for this music I'm playing, even though it's on the YouTube free music list.
You have won.
All right, let's go back and review this game because this is more of a basic game. Where's the? Oh, it's down here. Never mind. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I need to move this. I think I need to make this slightly. No. Jeez, man. This is just not working out well for me. All right, let me... I don't really care if I killed the studio. Let me go back to my profile and find this game, because I do want to review this game. There we go. We got this up here. Yeah, you can issue a challenge. Just make it unranked. But I do require that you have to be between 4 and 14K, though. I don't really play handicap games outside that range. So we start out, this is handicap 9. And this is a pretty good way to play a 9 handicap. So I start out with this move. Playing here or playing here is the correct answer. But when I do this, like, extending's okay as well, but you can just connect, or you can even just Hane down. If I was black, I would just play E17, because white can't really do anything. Black is just too thick. If you play here, like, black actually has the ladder this way, obviously. So white has to answer the ladder, and then black can just capture this. If white does this, black can just come down. White has to answer, and then black can actually just crawl out this way. So there's some interesting variations of the corner. The correct play is this. It does actually take some reading, but there's very little advantages that white can get off of black if he actually just doubles Hane on E17. Doing this gives me obviously a bit of an advantage. Here you would just go straight down here. You either play this or you play this, and most likely you're going to play this. White can do this, and then white would go somewhere else. But that is a much more solid. That's a much more solid move than this, because you're giving up another line here. Also, I need to get back on OGS. So I play games against people on OGS from 4 to 14K. You have to be on OGS to actually play me. So here, this is fine. That's okay. Here you just Hane. You just regular Hane. You either want to... Right now, you either want to make the top territory over here, or you want to secure the bottom territory here. So you would definitely Hane this. Here, you let me take the corner. You definitely should think about doing this, because that gives me a lot of problems. That already secures you a ton of territory here, and I still have to do something like this. I'm alive, yes, but you get all the territory and the influence here. So I did this twice. Technically, white can't do this. White can only extend or connect. White should actually just connect. But when I do this, yeah, that's the definite right move, because there's too many cuts for me to actually protect. Especially in SDK play and DDK play, if you can get to a position where your opponent has a lot of cuts, it's going to be really, really hard for your opponent to actually answer you. This is not a good move. You would just extend out. You wouldn't Atari. You would just extend out and let white make the moves. Because remember, it doesn't matter what white does. These two stones are really weak. You can just keep on attacking, you know, like I really don't have two eyes here. And eventually you can use this. You can eventually, I mean, you don't need to do this, but I mean, like, eventually you can just use this to, you know, solidify this territory out here. This white group is still in danger, and you don't really even need to kill it to get the advantages, right? Even if you don't kill it, you've added several more stones on this side, and you've actually set up a really nice territory for yourself. And he's definitely not out of danger right now. So you kind of need to think about the game in that regards. Like when someone cuts, you don't always have to Atari. A lot of times Ataring just creates more problems. In this case, Ataring is actually okay. I still think R12 is better. But you can Atari. Come up this way and extend. This way, I would probably just keep extending this. But that's okay as well. Here, you don't really need to connect. I can't really do anything here. Actually, I mean, there's even at this point, there's really not much white can do. White has too many weaknesses. So if you just cut here, I can't really do all that much. I have 2 weak groups now. So when I Hane, I do believe the best move is to actually. Oh no, I can't. You can't cut. Actually, sorry. There's So yeah, the best move is just to extend here. When I Hane, it's kind of difficult. I would just play this actually, because that guards against this cut and this cut. Whereas like if you do this, it only guards against this one cut. I still have another move like this that I can use against you. That's not necessary right now. I can't just directly cut. If I directly cut, you can either kill me this way, or you just force out the ladder here. And like each move that you, and giving me giving me a sente is incredibly important for me right now. So that lets me come out this way. This is actually okay. I block. This is not good. This move doesn't make any sense. So like my intention is just to actually get you to do this and kill off this bottom section. Or, you know, just kill off this bottom, maybe kill off this bottom section like this. That's my goal. But if you're going to do that, I'm going to just take these to connect everything. That might not be the best move though. To me, I just like it because it's sente and it's pretty much sente and it kills these 2 stones. Connect. So this is too, I think this is too risky. I think I should do something like this or but you know, like I'm only playing like this. I'm only playing really aggressive because I'm a much stronger player. And I kind of have to play more aggressive just to make up the difference in the handicap. This is actually not a bad move. You would extend down. I don't think you can do anything right now because I have more liberties now after this Hane, but there's a lot of co-threats here. But yeah, like you would definitely extend down. I mean, like, yes, I do have 1 more liberty in the end, but you get a lot of usage out of this. But if you do this, then like you don't get really any usage out of this. It's fine, I connect. Once again, this is like this kind of shape. This is the way to go. I have too many cuts here to defend. If I defend this, you can. If I defend this, you can come down this way. If I defend this, you can cut here. So I have way too many. I have too many cuts to defend. So in this case, you definitely want to come down this way. So I'm just going to jump out here. Now, this group is still, like, if I didn't do this, if you just went ahead and did this, this group is still definitely in danger. There's only 1 eye right here, and there's not an easy way to make another eye. So that's why I went ahead and did this first. This is just an overgreed move. In a regular game, I would probably either just jump out or maybe just curl here to try to make some more eye shapes. There is no eye shape right here. So if you just go ahead and do something like this and keep surrounding me, I could definitely be in quite a bit of trouble. I don't think I can actually kill this. No, I can't. Yeah, I would probably just attack from this side. I think sealing off this side is more important than that side over there. This out here. This move is kind of useless. It doesn't do anything. I know you're trying to destroy this eye, but that's not really the eye I'm trying to make. I mean, if you want to do this, you just go ahead and do this right now. And maybe like surround me kind of like this. This is also too weak of a move. This group is already alive. I can't kill this. So you're connecting this bottom territory, but there's very few points here. You want to more directly attack this group, or at least like strengthen this. So either jumping out or attacking this group from down here is going to be better. Wait, did I just kill? I don't think I killed the stream, did I? Let me just check. I don't think I killed the stream. Oh no, I streamed, did I? No, the stream's still going good. Let me just check. I don't think I killed this. All right, I need to bring that back up. I just make sure I didn't kill the stream. So yeah, like this you need to do something like this. You can't really just give this up in the center. And the thing is, after you run out, you can still cut here later on, because you can, like, there's cuts here later on, so there's still a weak cut here. That's not a good move. That doesn't really do anything for you. That I shouldn't have answered. I probably should have just killed this. Because even if you connect these two out, you only save those two stones, and you gave up this whole thing in the middle. So I wasn't thinking too much when I took that, but I should have just took this and killed this group instead. Yeah, I should connect this. Because if I do this, you can come down here and take this stone. Because if I do this, you Atari here. Sorry, you can... I don't know. This doesn't work, actually, because you can't bend each side. So I guess that doesn't work. I guess that doesn't work. But connecting this is just more clean. Yeah, you either would want to cut. You either want to cut, or you just don't. You just want to leave this alone. Doing this fixes this entire problem for me, and plus I can just sacrifice a stone. It's not that big. I'm gonna go somewhere else here and just solidify, like, killing this. There's no point in fixing this cut, because if I play something, let's say, like, if you play here, right? If I play something like P8, you can just connect here. All I do, like, if I just take the stone, all I gain is like one stone, so it's not really that big of a deal. The stream URL, let me. It's actually on the OG. The stream URL is actually on the OGS website. It's actually on the OG. So the stream URL is this. So the thing about, like, stuff like this is, like, the point of Go, once again, is not to save all your stones. The point of Go is just to have more territory than the other person. So you can't try to save all your stones. Sacrificing one stone is not a big deal. This is fine. But there's no point in doing this because you don't really threaten me here. So your group is really hard for me to attack and kill. So I'm gonna go ahead and go here. You play here. I'm gonna go ahead and Hane. Like, in the end, what happens is, like, you give me this entire side and corner, and you're basically just getting this 1 point. Now here you have a option to go here, because if I take this, now it's an Atari, and if I connect, you can just take it. Here you would force me to fight this Ko for this entire corner. So that's a little bit of a Tsuji that's a little bit of a Tsuji type thing that you know, lower ranked players should learn, because some stuff like this happens like on a decently regular basis. But if you just take it regularly, I'm just going to take these two here. See, this move doesn't really make much sense either. If you want to protect this territory, you would just protect the territory down here. Because, like, if you really think about it, I already have all these stones up here, and I don't have any weak groups. So there's no territory to be made here. And because there's no territory to be made in this area, this stone becomes kind of meaningless. Your stones have to give you territory or points. If your stones don't actually give you territory or points, like, they're kind of wasted in Go. And the game ends right there. So the ending of the game, I think, is just, you know, like, I think a lot of the main thing is like how to answer corner invasions like this. How to answer corner invasions like this. You should just double honey down. And also, you know, in this kind of situation, I did this twice. In this kind of situation, you should just play R15. Because that just gives me too many cuts to actually, that gives me like way too many cuts to actually fix. So that's going to be the review of that game. I'm going to create another game here, create a challenge, wait a couple of minutes for people to accept my challenge. 4 to 14 queue, it's handy.
Challenge received.
Oh, hang on, if I got a challenge, it's fine. Unranked, okay. 30 minutes is kind of long. I'm much more of a 10-minute type of person. Also, like, I'm not gonna play black, so I'm gonna cancel this game.
White wins.
I'm gonna cancel this game and issue my own challenge because I should obviously be white. This isn't ranked, is it? No. I'm gonna send this challenge because I'm gonna send the challenge because I obviously should be white in this case.
Game started.
And I'm gonna pass a couple of times. I'm gonna pass a couple of times for handicap, probably like 5 or something.
Pass.
I do understand that a couple of people have used AIs to play against me and win. I mean, I don't mind you winning, but the whole purpose of these games is to teach people. So you're not really getting anything out of it if you use the AI to actually play me. I know a couple of people have done it because I've reviewed those games before and they match up with the AI play like almost exactly. Plus, if you play like a 9-dam pro and you're only like 10k, I'm gonna know. It's not that hard to tell.
Pass.
Interesting handicap, by the way. It's a pretty good one. Definitely think it's a pretty good one. I'm actually not going to play the last part of this. I'm just gonna come here. Kick is pretty normal in this situation. 1 space jump is going to be better than 2 space jump. For a lot of reasons, actually. The 2 space jump is really easy to invade. This is already a successful invasion. I don't know if I really want to answer this. I'll go ahead and answer it, I guess. It's a decent amount of points. I probably should have just left it. Realistically. I don't think I would have done that, actually. I don't think he can play S16 right now. That does kill. This doesn't, but the S16 does actually kill. But he has too many cuts here, and he's not strong enough to defend against it. Oh, this one you definitely wanted to play S15. You most definitely wanted to play S15 on this. Letting me extend out is not good. That's Sente for me, so I'm just going to hop out here. So I'm going to go back into my studio and YouTube studio and just open up the stream as well. Actually, I can just do this, right? Studio and just open up the stream as. I just wanted to see this. It's fine. I usually don't stream at this particular time. I usually stream a little bit earlier if I'm doing lessons. Okay, that's right. I think I'm just going to do this. It's fine. There's no actual territory here, by the ways. They're just chipping away territory bit by bit at this point. And seeing how people respond. And that's a weird response. You could cover over top, but this is a really bad response because it really damages you over here. Oh wait, that's not a good. That's actually okay. That's not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. Now I'm going to start threatening this if he doesn't play over here. I'll just connect. It's easier. This is always like Sente, so that's why you play it. He's not trapped. He has ways out. At least I think he does. Because I'm not that strong here. But I do want to just break on the outside. Interesting. See, there might be a liberties problem here for me. Because I'm going to do this no matter what. The question is, what will I do after this? Now, he could do this. Let me take this and then come out this way, but that would be incredibly damaging for him. So I wouldn't do it if I was him, but I would probably extend and see what happens, but it is kind of risky for him. Risky for me too, to play like this, but we'll see. He doesn't have the ladder here, obviously, so... But like my groups are kind of weak as well. Struggling with E13. Okay, so the two he's struggling with are F15. I don't think I could play F15. I think like you can escape with F15, but it's really, really damaging to escape with F15. If you play E13's full commitment onto a fight, I don't know how this fight turns out, but I will say I'm not 100% confident I can win on this fight. Like for an evenly matched opponent, I don't know if I could win that fight. That's what I would have done. That's probably what I would have done. Because he still has quite a few liberties, so he has some flexibility here. It's not like he doesn't have any flexibility. But I will say this is a pretty hard fight for Black. I don't see a clear way he can win on the fight. Because it's not like he only has like, like 2 liberties here. He actually has like 4 or 5, at least. So 1, 2, 3. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He has like 5 or 6 or 7 liberties. So he's not completely trapped here. Because you got to look at my group as well. Oh, yeah, that's fine. This doesn't actually matter because like he doesn't have the he doesn't actually have, since he doesn't actually have the ladder here, it doesn't matter all that much. I can't also play this because then he has the cut here. If I squeeze these liberties more. Wait, no, there's 2 free here, so he doesn't, I guess. You know, one of the ways to actually improve is to actually play iterations over and over again. And this is actually a really good time to play them because, you know, these games, these are just teaching games. They don't really count for anything. Another thing he could have done is, that doesn't really work all that well. Well, I'm just gonna play this right now just to fix it. But since there's 2 blanks here, he can't, it doesn't really threaten me because there's 2 liberties here. I think as white, I would have probably played h9 because that would force me to move over here as well. And then he could just straight up Hane g8. And I might not have enough liberties to actually win this fight. Because right now I have to extend my liberties on both sides to actually beat him. He has like 6 or 7 liberties in here. Make my eye here. I think I'm going to win this because I have an eye and he doesn't. Yeah, I'm definitely going to win this because I have an eye and he doesn't. And I have more liberties now. L12. This. I mean, I have this, so if he plays L12, if he actually plays L12, I'd probably just play L13. Remember, like, he still, like, there's still if he makes me take the stone, he has to answer with J15. So I don't think it's that much of a problem. The thing is, you're right, though. I do have to extend 6 or 7 liberties here. If I don't extend 6 or 7 liberties here, then it's really problematic for me. I'm going to take this first. I'm going to play this, but there is a problem with playing. Well, I guess there's not. L12? Yeah, I pointed at L12. Like, I could have just played L13. Because L12 is this one. I can just play this. K12? Yeah, that could have given me a problem. Well, I think K12 I would have just taken it. And he would have to connect. And it would be like, and then I would play L12. Because like after I think after I connect, well, after I connect, I think after I take this, he could force here, but eventually, like, I don't think he could trap me. We'll see in the review. I don't think he could actually trap me, but we'll see in the review if he can. I mean, it doesn't work now because I can just do this. Oh, never mind. It is. It does trap me. That's fine though. The problem is like 12. Yeah, for I'll fill in, but you would need. I would need to fill in. I think I. Oh yeah. I connected the wrong thing. I could have. I should have just connected J13. I could have just connected. I should have just connected J13. I just connected the wrong thing. That's why I screwed up there. No, it's not too late because I messed up. I connected the wrong side. So this is actually a co right now. You know, I'm just gonna fill this. Yeah, I basically just got careless. Make sure that's alive, but I got careless there. That shouldn't have been a thing because I should have just connected the other side. If I connected the other side, it would have been fine. It's also a pretty big problem for me doing this, actually. Because you can actually cut a lot of it off. I don't think I need to answer that. He could have played T14. If he played T14, I would have just let those two go. There's a problem with this group in here. I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage and do this. There's definitely problems with this in here. Where's my thing? That's fine. I probably lost this game because I like messed up here. I totally had this group. J13. Yeah, I just connected the room. I should have done that first. Oh well. Not a big deal. I actually can't connect this. I just realized that. Whoops. Totally forgot about that. I can't actually connect that. Oh, there's nothing there. I don't think there's any points left. Oh, no, there's one. I don't think there's one here, is there? Nah, probably not. I don't think there's one there.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Oh, I'm up by 5. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, I did screw up there.
You have won.
So let's actually move this game. So let's actually review this game. So I just got careless here. There's actually nothing here. So all I had to do was connect this one. There's nothing here. I just got careless. But let's actually go back and review this game. 5. Once again, like the one extend is going to be better than the 2 extend, because if you do the 1 extend and then I attack here, if I do this, then you can just block, right? But if you have the 2 extend and I invade and you do this, now if you block, you can just hane. You don't have the tiger's mouth here anymore. So the 1 extend is going to be better than the 2 extend. This is just a small thing here. Me getting the corner, that's fine. That's a huge mistake. You need to do this. Whether you do this or not later on is another thing. You definitely need to do that. Letting me get the extend here is pretty big. That's okay. The other option is to do this. This is okay. That's not a good move. You can force the issue by going through here. I wouldn't do that right now. Actually, yeah, I mean, you can do this, but you do get the bottom territory, but I do get like this thing up here. I don't know if I would do that right now, but if you really want to connect those two and just get the bottom territory, you can just do this. Because I can't really do anything about this. You can, at this point, you can probably ignore, but I would probably just connect. That's a lot of territory down here, but you do give up the influence up here. But if you're desperate to connect, you can just go over top. That's a really bad move. You could possibly do this. I don't know if I would do that right now, though. But you know, if you're gonna play this way, I think you almost have to, right? I mean, that's not good for white for at any extent. Yeah, I don't actually know if white's actually alive here if you do that, but if you're gonna do that, like the cutting is the next move, because that forces white to take, and then black can do this. There might be a ko in here or something later, but it's a pretty hard fight for both sides. But connecting and then letting me connect is not very good, because it splits your two groups and it damages definitely your territory here. I think I would just double Hane this. This is too passive. And come out on this side. You can't let me envelop you on this side. Connect. Right now, this is way more important. Remember, like, this group is the group that's in danger. I know there's temptation for this territory up here, but you got to take care of your weak group first. I'm doing this just because it's Sente, and you don't want the double Atari. Coming up here, yes, now this group is in danger. There are ways to... I think there are ways out of this, basically. That might give me a hard time. I mean, you could come out that way. So, like, this would actually be pretty hard for me to answer. That's... yeah, I don't actually know what to do with this. Tari, extend, connect. So, you were right, the other option is just to do this. But this is so damaging for black that I just can't really see anyone doing it. Oh yeah. I can't actually do this. You do actually have a ladder here. That was an easy way out for you because I messed up on this calculation. You do actually have a ladder here. You do actually have a ladder here. It's kind of a hard ladder to read if you're not used to it, but you do actually have a ladder there. Extend, go here, fix this. Once you did this, I should have just taken this. You can't threaten me here because you're missing one liberty here. So I think this was the move you were talking about, but I would just connect this. You have to connect here, and I would be able to extend out. I think eventually I would have more liberties than you do, because if you just try to extend out with me, I'm just going to extend out with you, and eventually I'm just going to have more liberties. Yeah, I just messed up here. If I connected this would have been fine. But I just screwed up and connected that. This is an interesting attack as well. So when I do this, you can just retreat. I don't think I can do much if you just retreat. Because if I do this, you can just block. So, like, when I pushed here, you didn't have to block. You can just you should just retreat. Blocking, like in this situation, the blocking creates a lot of cutting points. Of course, I get that. So the way to kill this group was just to retreat here. He's actually still up by 10 or 12 points. He's still up, easily up by 10 or 12 points. Here, but I'm slowly regaining it because of certain advantages. Like this is just me better being at the end game. Not that I played a really great end game, but enough to get advantages over him. It's like him letting me extend all the way down here, he loses a couple of points there. And then like him letting me get all this Sentes and stuff, loses a couple more points. So he ended up losing by like 5, and he was up by like 15 when we started really closing. So that's just me, but that's just me being better at the end game though. So this was an interesting match. Like Black's main mistake, like a lot of Black's main mistakes. Obviously I screwed up here once because I just forgot. But Black's main, I was being clear. But Black's main mistake in terms of here is playing this move instead of taking care of your weak group. That's pretty critical. Also, like how to deal with this corner invasion down here. That was also bad. Like you definitely needed to block this. How to deal with this invasion here. You can't let me separate you two into two like this. And like I said, like this move is probably the one that's preferred, but this move is also okay. If I do this, you can cut. So that's the lesson and game for today. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications button. I will be back next time. Thank you for watching, and